Battle 2, engage. Character select. Percival, Fairy, Percival. Percival. Fairy.
I can see, obviously it's still early, but it does look nice, some of the stuff.
Yeah, I think the art style, because Arxes are pretty much the benchmark for like anime fighting games, or in truth, the cel-shaded anime look, no one can touch them right now, and Granblue Fantasy is one of those games.
The blend between like the 3D cutscenes and then going into the
Yeah, actually insane.
a bit like Dragon Ball Fighters or Guilty Gear. It really looks nice from the offset. As soon as you start a match,
Believe in victory.
Yeah.
as soon as the match starts,
Engage.
it looks fantastic.
Yeah, and we're actually really privileged to play it right now. So, Scott, what other events is Granblue Fantasy Versus available to play in the UK for the next few weeks?
We're going to have Granblue Fantasy versus playable at GX next weekend.
Great.
That sounds really exciting, and a busy week, 2 weeks for you.
So much. Too much.
But it's great to have you. Like, how have you been enjoying the company of the fighting game community over these last 2 weeks? You can be real. You can be real. Let's be honest.
That's fighting games for you.
Yeah, actually. Yeah.
Battle 2.
Oh, yeah,
Engage.
that's really, really good to hear.
力いくぞ
We hope to do you some justice with the Granblue exhibition tomorrow at 8 BST at the same time as this. Currently.
足元注意だ
So, yeah, but these two, let's just say their buttons or normals are very long. Oh, it's very similar to another Arxis game. Plays Blues George. It goes across. It's George. So she has George, long range, a DP, and she's got a super ball that goes up and down. It's kind of like Marvel 3. And also, if you're got little bits of life left, you can hit to death. There's nothing to do about it. You just can't do it. Very balanced game.
I'm looking forward to the release of this and all of the stuff.
Yeah, Barry is generally considered the best character right now, but then again, not many people got their hands on Percival just yet. How many people got their hands on Percival at UFA?
指示頼めるか ついてこれるか覚悟しろこっちから行くぞこっちから行くぞまだ終われなくてこっちから行くぞ覚悟しろ覚悟しろ
Oh, who are you setting down on right now?
結界
Of course, a man of certain tastes.
Man of taste.
Taste.
Well, I don't know what kind.
Taste.
I don't want to comment on people's taste.
Taste.
To be fair, I have terrible taste anyway.
Wow. All
I
right.
mean, my favourite character in Samurai Kagura is Mirai, so that kind of sets the benchmark.
Right, isn't that bad? No, what's the
whatever,
Actually, no, do you know what? Everybody's pick from Senran Kagura is wrong. We know this.
Yeah, that's
like
you
no
can
matter
never
what.
have a pick from
Differing
that game.
opinions. But Percival is. I'm actually surprised that so many people chose Percival at Revolution, and I'm guessing because they saw all the footage and they liked his amazingly good reach. Let's just say, and he does a lot of damage, by the way.
Yeah, he does.
Among the highest in the game.
If you get a great combo going with Percival, you will have an insane amount of damage. I think somebody posted a video from UFA and it showed you a really long damage taking place.
Oh wow.
Believe in victories.
So the interesting thing about Percival, he actually has a few moves. The most interesting one that Lord Spectre X used on Angel Darkstone today is that he has a command grab, but it does 0 damage.
Yeah, or you can combo after
Yeah.
it, but you can. It's like hardly a combo. It's like it's such a small amount of damage for that command grab.
It's probably there to make you honest, actually, rather than actual. I guess it's just mix up rather than do because he already does loads and loads of damage.
Yeah.
You can't give him a command grab as well that does a lot of damage. So I can understand why Arxis decided to balance it that way. Unless you're Ferry.
Yeah, unless you're very. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people I think here are picking Percival also because literally the character. Like a lot of people do like the sort of flamboyantness of Percival.
Yeah, but the thing is, this game was designed with sort of casual players in mind. Anyone who likes Granblue Fantasy, the mobile game from Cygames, is definitely gonna like this game. Very easy to get into. Got a skill style system that runs a cooldown, so you could activate with a press of a button in this game. So if you're not that into fighting games right now, you could definitely just pick up Granblue Fantasy Versus and play straight away. There's no
Exactly.
reason.
It also has a bit like Granblue and Guilty Gear, a simplistic and traditional fighting system. And unlike Guilty Gear and Granblue, you can interchange between the two instantaneously, so they are both active at the same time. So when I tend to play Granblue Fantasy, I sort of switch from traditional to simplistic. So I start with combos in the traditional manner, but then I'll jump the Skybound arcs, which are the specials, to the simple commands, as I found it easy to pull off. But Ferries, for instance, I'm better with the traditional commands.
Right, so you use the traditional path with Ferry.
Yeah.
So it definitely eases you in. So you can start with like the simple commands, and as you learn the game more, you can definitely learn the harder commands, which actually you are rewarded in this game, because when you use a command, you actually have less cooldown on the special.
Exactly, that's correct.
Oh, look how good this looks.
Look at that.
That is too anime for me. Look at he's even holding his head like some JoJo's character. It's just like
So anime.
oh my god. The cojones on this guy. But a lot of the animations, like you saw, like the way they sort of make it look bendy, they actually bend the sprite,
Yeah,
the
it's so
3D models. It's really
weird.
weird. But for dynamic like flare and stuff like that, it's really Arc System Works have done such a good job on this.
Yeah.
I'm just reading a comment and somebody says far too sexy for Percival.
Do you
I mean,
I can't see who the guy
do
is.
you
but
disagree?
I don't disagree. he will seduce you with his flames of power.
He would. He's just gonna flick his hair in front of you, like I don't know what to do.
Maybe that should have been a special. He just flicks his hair and it just does like a chip damage.
Yeah, it just stuns you. Like, oh,
oh, whoa.
I'm confused.
Whoa, yeah.
It's like you are dazzled by my style of flames. It's interesting as well that the people who we've got playing at the moment are choosing Ferry and
Believe in victory.
Percival over and over again.
It's actually Bowie the hero.
So Bowie will be Ferry. I can guarantee
Yeah,
you
he's
that.
Barry. He's Barry. It's Bowie.
Oh.
Bowie actually came down. Bowie from obviously he does a lot of Nintendo events and commentator for Smash. He's actually very interested in commentating Granblue Fantasy, and a lot of players from other games are very interested in this game. May I say, like from other fighting games.
That makes me happy.
It does. It means if you ever have to do an event and you need commentators, trust me, there's a lot of choice.
I mean, as an example, Bowie was at UFA. He was doing the Smash commentary, excellent job as well. And any spare chance he got, he was actually on our stand playing Granblue Fantasy Versus.
Oh, that's really
And
good.
he was always choosing Ferry. Or maybe Charlotta, but usually Ferry.
Was he playing Charlotta? Oh, damn, I could have taught him some stuff. Maybe.
He used Charlotta like once or twice just to have a bit of variety. It was mostly Ferry. And yeah, we had the demo running throughout the entire weekend. 24-hour open venue for people that had a competitor pass or staff pass. And he was there, I think, till about 3 o'clock in the morning playing with
Damn, that is dedication.
And his skills have improved looking at the footage that we've got here.
So, Angel, coming from a sort of someone who just played it today, since you missed the beta, what do you actually think of the game compared to other fighting games? What's different about it?
Alright, I mean, I play air dash as well, so it feels a bit weird to be restricted to the ground. It's kind of like, reminds me of Eunice, but Eunice is a bit more fluid. So this is like more like ST, like Street Fighter,
Yeah.
sort of levels. It took a while to get used to. Well, obviously once you're used to it, you just understand how to approach this game. I definitely think it's something that most people will have to be used to. I can't think of a game out here that is like this. Like even Street Fighter 5 isn't really like this. Street Fighter 5 still feels a bit more, in terms of movement, fluid.
Yeah, it's kind of like down the middle, isn't it? It's like a mix between anime and Street Fighter, sort of neutral.
Yeah.
So in this game, movement isn't actually very quick. Like the run itself actually is, you have to commit yourself to it, right? Because there's actually a lot of startup. So even moving quickly, which is very easy in other anime games, is actually it's much harder in this game. You have to commit yourself to it to move quickly, and you can easily get punished for that. So it's a mixture of that and the actual mechanics in the game that actually make it really different from other games currently right now. So it's going to be interesting once the full game comes out. Are you looking forward to that, Scott?
I am. Mostly just to see the reaction online, like on day one, like how many people are going to be playing online, and character choices. Because, I mean, a lot of people have already sort of picked, you know, with us having the demo here, or at various other events and the closed beta, they've already picked a character they want to main, so to speak. And obviously there's still another, we've got 6 characters here, 5 characters yet that people can get their hands on. So
I'm sure you have some secrets back in the closet that can't be revealed right now, and we'll respect your privacy.
I mean, it's very common in fighting games for people, when they see a game that's coming out that's, hasn't had a previous game, they generally look at the character and go, that's the character I want to play. Mostly it's like seeing how they play, but I imagine in this sense, because Granblue is a mobile game as well, people are like, oh man, if that character's in it, I'm totally playing that character.
yeah, it is that kind of scenario. I mean, when I was at Gamescom, a lot of people came up to me and was like, oh, please let this character be in it because I want to use this character. And I'm like,
Have you played catch-up before?
Yeah.
But I mean, we've got the 3 characters that aren't playable here, which are, can you remember them?
Playable on...
In terms of not playable here, but have been announced.
Oh, so that's Terra. I forgot the name of the guy.
The
basically
wrestler.
Wayne.
Yep.
And I forgot the last guy's name, unfortunately.
Lediva.
Lediva.
Yeah. Was that
Sorry,
like?
not guy, female. It's actually a woman.
Wasn't that the surprise one?
Yeah,
People were like,
it's,
whoa, really?
In Granblue Fantasy Lore, female.
Yeah, that's cool.
Engage.
But yeah, there's also, as our Cygames announced in Japan, there's going to be a season pass with 5 extra characters, but they haven't announced what those characters are just yet. So
Are you allowed to be a bit sneaky?
I don't even know what those characters are.
Oh, damn. Damn
It's
it.
kept under lock and key.
Yeah. Or maybe that's the official response.
That's my response.
So yeah, the thing about Percival is, actually, who's playing on the other end?
That is Sly Cooper.
It's like, I'm surprised you chose Percival. Percival's a very, I guess, Shoto-like character. I'm going to say he's got way longer normals, we like to say.
Yeah,
His
he's got
reach
big boy
is
normals.
insane. Which is interesting. Everyone here is playing because obviously that's a new character. That's the one character they couldn't get in the beta. But it's interesting that you said that in UFA everyone decided just to play their mains. Or
Yeah, it was bizarre. Like, it was the first time, like Gamescom was the first time Percival was playable in Germany. UFA was the first time Percival was playable in France, and Revo is the first time Percival is playable in the UK. And you kind of expect people to jump straight into Percival to give him a shot and see what he's like.
Yeah.
But yeah, Germany and UK straight into Percival. But France and UFA, everybody just went for their main characters. You did see a couple of people play Percival, and some people make some awesome combos, but then after going the match, they're going to go back to their sort of main character.
that's really interesting. Do you think it's more to do with character preference, or is it more to do with like Percival being, you know, the regal British knight sort of guy? Or
I think it's because Percival is one of those characters that takes a while to get used to.
okay.
Like, the first time that I got hands-on with Percival, I could not control it. I was very poor, I couldn't do what was going off on screen just there, for instance. But after spending some time with Percival, I was able to get those combos going and make something worthwhile. So I feel like he is a bit more of an advanced character to get on terms with. But once you know how to use that character, you'll have a fun time.
Definitely. So you think he definitely has all the tools to become like a really strong character in the right hands?
Well, he definitely has the looks.
That's part of the tool set, I think.
He seems to have this weird
If
stock
looks
thing.
can kill, Percival's got it sorted.
Very
He's
true.
probably like the best looking character right now, let's be honest.
I guess.
Yeah, I guess. Unless you're into Gran.
We actually had
You
a
can't
joke. We
compare.
actually had a joke internally in the office because on one part of this demo, or maybe it was somewhere else, the intro would say Gran, and then the next part would go Gran. It was
Gran,
like slightly
Gran.
different. So it's like Gran, Gran.
Gron. Oh, damn. So we have BP Tank actually playing against Sly Cooper, and BP Tank actually a huge fan of this game. And
Surprisingly so.
yeah, a huge fan of this game, and he's giving me the eye because that look is basically, why am I not in the exhibition tomorrow? Do you know how many people have had come to me and goes, why wasn't I in the exhibition? I have to look at them and go,
No, I haven't. Was it like a difficult choice to select?
it was a difficult choice. So the way that the exhibition actually happened is because I knew Tyrant was actually very into Granblue Fantasy and he wanted to commentate in the future. So I said, okay, cool. I reached out to him and said, do you want to do an exhibition with me and you doing the commentary? And we get a lot of high level, the best players from the UK using their respective characters to showcase the game.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah. So we went through the list of who we thought was a great player of that character. And what happened is we went through Ikesy, Broski, who are very good players, who's Catalina and Ferry. And then D-Blanks is a very good anime player all put together, so we got Gran. And then what happened was, we didn't have a Charlotta player at all, right? So he was like, we don't have a Charlotta player, who's a good Charlotta? And now I played the beta extensively for like the few days he was there, and in Europe at least, like there was, as far as I'm not like, I probably have to, you know,
Yeah,
be a bit egotistical
They were
right
very
now,
humble of
but
you.
yeah, very
He's
humble.
becoming a bit headed at this point. His head has just grown large. You can't see it, but his head's just
But
grown.
basically, there's probably no better Charlotte than me right now in the UK at the very least. So I put myself in, and then obviously we need a commentator. So C4IQ, who also commentates Dragon Ball and Guilty Gear, volunteered to actually do the commentary.
Well, there we go
so
then.
That's the way it happened, basically.
And that's been streamed tomorrow?
Yes, at 8 p.m. BST.
Yep. Not that I'm trying to plug our own streams, but you know.
But it's going to be great. Top level stuff. Ike C plays a great Katarina. Broski plays a great Fairy. Ian plays Charlotta. Dragon Lord and Jammers. Dragon Lord, a top level plays new player. And Jammers, who is a great commentator for Street Fighter and other anime games. But you can't underestimate commentators. They know what they're doing, and especially Jammers. Jammers you cannot underestimate in any way, but he gets to choose his character.
Well, I was going to say, in some respect, you've got to, if it's a commentating game, you've got to know how the mechanics of the fight works. So you've got to be good at it, as well as being able to commentate as well.
Yeah, definitely. Like Angel's, like you're pretty much usually in top 8 in most like other anime games, right? So and you commentate though. That's what I'm saying. I know you're going to be Mr. Humble Bumble right now, but you know, I just say like results are results.
I guess.
So don't underestimate commentators. Even Tyrant himself, like
You have to have a certain amount of knowledge when commentating.
I did speak to Tyrant at UFA, and he did share his passion for Granblue with me. So I'm looking forward to seeing that stream and being part of that as well. So
it's going to be a fun day tomorrow, believe me.
You mentioned about Charlotta in the beta saying that not many people were using that character. Charlotta was one of the characters that at first I started using, and before I started exploring the other characters a bit more.
Right.
So it's a bit weird how from the beta at first I was using Charlotta. Whether or not I was any good, that's an argument in itself. And then when the demo came around that we've got here, I switched to Ferry. And now I kind of switch around to different characters depending, like, if I'm playing the game here or at another event, I tend to change characters. So if I've seen a lot of Ferry or Lancelot, I will be someone completely different so that anybody that's watching can get an idea of the different characters that are in the demo.
It's definitely a skill to play every character is quite the dedication, actually. Yeah, it's like...
Whether or not I'm any good...
Are you sure?
I don't know.
Oh.
Well, yeah.
Oh, Mr. Humble.
Wait. You can't say...
I can play every character.
Yeah. Oh, I can play every character. I'm not that good, but I don't know I'm that good.
I can control every character. I can input commands. They may work. Whether or not I win a match, that's unknown.
Hey, look, that's what top players do. They just input commands at the end of the day.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I do. I just like do Charlotte, I just plus on everything, and then I win because it's my turn always.
I mean, we did have with Bowie and somebody else at UFA, there were 3 of us on one unit and we were passing the control around depending on who lost or won. And I think had about a 50-50 win or loss ratio, so...
Interesting.
And I was using different characters, so I feel like I'm okay.
Are you saying that we need to put you on that setup right now and just show your prowess?
No, because I'll just get beaten.
You're gonna fake losing. Like, oh no, I wasn't doing fine.
I couldn't take the show.
Tell you what, when you show this to journalists, other journalists, do you just maul into them, just like no mercy?
No.
Oh.
I must be honest. I'm quite humble. I hold back.
You hold back.
Terrible. No.
I'm gonna have to delete this recording afterwards.
Yeah.
No, seriously, I do kind of hold back. Like if it's the journalist's first time playing the game, I'll give a run through of all the controls, what the skybound arts are, how to use the skills, the cooldown timers. Best of my abilities, I can describe the game to them. And then they'll challenge either the AI, which to be fair isn't very good in this demo because it's designed for newcomers, or myself, which they usually say I'll fight against you, and I kind of hold myself back to allow them to get used to it. Once I feel that they are used to it, I will then go full throttle.
Then you're like, oh, it's time to go full throttle.
Damn.
It's like, all right. You think you're okay, bang.
And then if I lose, they're black. I should point out that was a joke.
Oh dear. But Granblue Fantasy is definitely one of the games to actually for players. How many journalists have played this thus far, and what are their opinions on the game? thus
Well,
far?
at Gamescom we had a private room on the Yuki booth, and what we did is we allowed press to come in and play any of our games that we had demos for, and immediately we had people asking for Granblue Fantasy Versus, and everyone that came and played absolutely loved it. I mean, even the Nintendo Switch focused outlets, even they had a go, just as a bit of fun.
Damn.
So it was, quite difficult trying to get them off at times, to get them out of the room so we could get the next person in. We were also next to a couple other publishers and developers, and one of them 2 doors down was from Sold Out, and she was, I think her name's Katie. Hi Katie, if you're listening. She probably isn't, but oh well. And
We're hunting her down now.
she really likes Granblue Fantasy and plays the mobile game. And when she found out that the Versus was 2 doors down, she was ecstatic and knocking on my door. Are you free? Can I play it? Can I play it?
Believe in victory.
It has such a far-reaching band of people who are fans of Granblue.
Yeah, it's very insane. Like, the game itself is easily approachable, so newcomers can go and play it. At the same time, it's technical enough for the people that are skilled at fighting games to play. And that's, in a sense, what I think Cygames and our system works are aiming for with this game, is to be that entry point into fighting games, as well as an entry point into the Granblue Fantasy universe.
Yeah, they definitely thought about it really well, and what a franchise to use. Like, pretty much in the East at the very least, and even in the West, like Granblue Fantasy is played by how many players now? It's over 12 million. I forgot now.
It's a ridiculous amount.
It's a high number. It's a very, very high number.
Well, that might be
I mean, what's interesting as well, we're only looking at the fighting game portion. There's also the story mode, which is an action RPG.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, I don't know how many people here would be excited about that, because it's not slightly different. But
I mean, it's always good to have, like, because people who play fighting games here, like, for example, we do like story mode. Like, if it's a game we actually like people love Guilty Gears, and that's literally just a visual novel with a fight every now and then.
Well, the story mode itself is more, it has its own unique original story, so you won't have seen anywhere else in the Granblue Fantasy universe, either the anime or the mobile game. Sadly, I can't tell anything about the story. But it has the RPG mode, whereby RPG mechanics from Granblue Fantasy are there in the story of the game. So, weapons, for instance, you can upgrade and enhance to get them stronger. Your characters, you can get them stronger as well. And it also has like a two-player co-op function. So you can have two people on at the same time.
And since it's actually done a collaboration between Cygames and Arxis, the story should be canon as well, which the Granblue Fantasy fan base definitely keeps up. Like, they are 100% on this, because there's so many of the storylines in Granblue Fantasy are very beloved. Like, especially the last big arc, which is Sandolphon. The Sandolphon arc, it has so many fans.
I mean, what I've been saying to people is, if you've seen Granblue Fantasy, the animation, which is available on Crunchyroll and Netflix.
Yep.
It's also available on DVD and Blu-ray via MVM. I'm not trying to plug anything. It does sound like
You're
I am.
free to do it here.
It does sound like I am doing that, but I'm not. If you've seen that anime series, you'll get on perfectly fine with the game. And if you haven't seen that anime series, the story mode should like sort of introduce you to the world and the characters within Granblue. So even though it is like a brand new game and like sort of a new installment into the Granblue universe, anybody that's not familiar will be able to enjoy it from the start.
Yeah, it sounds like you can go to get into Granblue Fantasy. You can go anywhere, like through the anime, like you said, through the fighting game, which is going to be out in February, and also just the normal Granblue Fantasy mobile game, which is in English, by the way. So
yes, exactly.
Right now, so you can play right now.
And we forgot to also mention that there's also a Granblue Fantasy manga.
Oh yes, there is.
As well, which is available in different languages. I've not read it myself, to be fair, but yeah, the Granblue Fantasy universe is available in different areas, and it's kind of bizarre that we haven't had a game sooner.
Yeah, very good point. But Cygames, what they're trying to do, they're trying to create like this universe within all their characters. So they started with like major markets and stuff like that, and they eventually led into like Granblue Fantasy. Currently, they're digital card game Shadowverse. They're just trying to make one universal whole, and all these characters for everyone to enjoy. They're doing the right thing, by the way. It's working, and you can tell it right now.
Building the franchise.
Yeah, no. But in truth, if everyone enjoys the franchise, then more power to them.
Engage.
I mean, even if they don't like the story that's in the RPG mode or the backstory of the characters, we've got a great looking fighting game with some really cool mechanics behind it. So, there's that to enjoy.
So the thing is with betas right now, especially this demo, things are gonna change, right?
Yep.
So there might be some bad. It obviously never ends up like this. So what you're seeing right now is obviously not going to be the finished product. So between the three of us, what do you think is going to get increased in strength, or buffed, or nerfed?
Well,
Out of interest.
To be honest, I wouldn't know straight away. Even if you put them side by side, I would not notice the difference. But a lot of people have said to me at UFA that they would like Catalina to be debuffed.
Debuffed, they think she's the strongest.
They think she's overpowered.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So somebody came up to me, tapped me on the shoulder and said, "You need to reduce Catalina's strength. She's too strong," and then walked away.
That's interesting. In general, at least after the online beta, everybody just thought Berry was the best character.
Yeah.
Hands down.
That was it.
So everyone at UFA thought Catalina was... Catalina definitely very strong. Interesting choice.
I mean, if I was to say something, it would probably be Percival's damage right now. Percival's damage when he's got stocks seems a bit ridiculous.
Yeah, he has got pretty boy damage. Like, it's just one confirm is enough to take like
40%. And to be fair, 40% in an anime game is kind of standard, right, for a combo. But like, it doesn't feel like a traditional anime game in that sense.
Yeah.
Like, this is more like, you know.
It does play more like Street Fighter games where you press one normal into a special, and even then you can't actually cancel from hard anyway, so you have to use your medium. So you usually do like little bits of damage most of the time. So
yeah.
It's one of those games.
One thing that sort of just sprung to mind is we haven't really explained the differences between like Skybound or Super Skybound or skills.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we can. But one thing we haven't really sort of explained or touched much on is the Skybound arts, Super Skybound arts.
Oh yes. So would you like to explain, or would you like?
I'll let you do it.
Oh,
Yeah, you gotta do it because I don't know nothing.
Are you sure about that? I just taught you out there.
Yeah, no, just do the thing. The thing happens.
I mean, realistically, it should be my job, but
Yeah.
No, don't worry about that.
So essentially, the Skybound art is a super in this game, and when you get to 100%, you can unleash it at any time. There's only one bar in this game, and it goes to 100%. So when that is full, you can unleash the Skybound art. There is a Super Skybound art, which is can only be activated when your life is low. So when your life bar is blue, which Arxis have nicely demonstrated, then you can do a super one, and that is the more damaging one, and also usually looks different, and usually is the better, like, you can use it as a reversal most of the time, because most of the time it is invincible.
So the Super Skybound art activates once you've got less than 30% health left. So the Skybound art will, once you've reached 100% on the gauge, it goes yellow. Once your health gauge goes below 30% and you've got 100% on the Skybound art gauge, it will change blue, and then you can activate the Super Skybound art. The combination for Super Skybound art and Skybound art is a little bit different, so that you can choose whether or not you want to do either option. Some characters as well also have two different Skybound arts.
Yes. That is depending on the character, but in different situations we use it. And
Ferry has one, for instance.
Yeah,
she has her normal Skybound art, which is like a forward attack. Has I don't actually know the names of the attacks, but they do have names. And charging energy ball that bounces up and down the screen. But she also has a powered up state Skybound art, where her entire aura goes purple, and she'll have stronger attacks and a better defense.
Yeah, so it's basically like in anime that would be called install. Yeah. So you're in a powered up state by using your meter, and Berry has one, which is very scary.
Yeah, that is very scary.
Very scary.
One thing I have noticed as well is that meter gain is really quick in this game. Like, running forward gives you so much meter. I didn't realize.
The reason for that is because, like I said, running forward is commitment in this game. So, like, they probably want you to forward. It's almost like Guilty Gear in a way, where running forward games you tension. So they wanted that sort of aggressive sort of play style, but because there's so many defensive mechanics in this game as well, like you have the roll by pressing forward guard, you have the spot dodge by pressing down guard. You can definitely make a decision that is better than your opponents, and you can win that way. Even though the game is actually relatively aggressive, I guess.
I don't know. Don't look at me.
Yeah. You played all this.
It seems very normals based.
It is. It's normals can do a lot of your neutral for you in this game, definitely. But because of the spot dodge and the roll, you can actually roll past longer normals. Like for instance, Ferry versus Charlotta, generally not a favorite matchup at all. But Charlotta can time a dodge through Ferry's large normals to actually gain advantage. So you can definitely use the game's mechanics to actually play better than the opponent and win that way. So I'm sure Granblue Fantasy will be liked by fighting game players everywhere.
That DP Percival did like 30%. Why?
Look, that is called a privileged DP.
That's giving me flashbacks to Street Fighter 4 Sagat.
Yes.
So here we got now a Super Skybound arm, which was blocked, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah.
I really do like Grand Super Skybound arm with Theon and Lyria and Bahamut. And
Yeah, it's so good.
it's just really nice to look at. Do you have a favorite Super Skybound art, or?
For me, I'm going to be biased because it's my character, obviously, but I like Charlotta's. So her Excalibur beam, let's call it. So that looks like Captain Commando's Captain Sword from Marvel vs. Capcom. So every time that actually happens, you're going to see me scream Captain Sword over there.
To be fair, that probably explains a lot. I did hear somebody shout that. Not here today at UFA. I just heard somebody go, "Commando!"
Captain Sword. So that's my favorite. It also looks like Excalibur from Saber from
Yeah, to
Fate.
be honest, the first time I did that, I did go, Excalibur! Oh, no, sorry, it's Excalibur!
And you're going to hear that forevermore, unfortunately, with every tournament you go to with this game.
I'm up for that.
Yeah, I'm actually up for that. Angel probably won't, though.
I'm not one of you fake people.
Damn.
Versus Percival.
Oh, okay, one thing we should explain, actually, for the viewers at home who aren't actually that clued up, is the skills in this game, the specials, essentially. So you'll notice that they have cooldowns in this game. So you use a special, and it will have a certain amount of cooldown before you can use said special again. Now, in this game, there's a button called skill that you can press, a bit like Smash, I guess you'd say. Like you press forward, down, up, actually not up, I think it's forward and neutral.
Yeah, so just to sort of illustrate, underneath the actual health bar, you'll have your 4 different skills, and the arrow buttons correspond to the D-pad inputs that you need to press, and then the skill button.
So what's the 4th skill in this instance? That they both have the same one that doesn't have an arrow?
That's more like your special. Even though your special is takes time.
Yeah, so even your super has cooldown.
Okay.
Yeah, so even if your Skybound art has cooldown.
Why not?
I mean, it's got to stay in tune with the lore.
Yeah, that's very true.
Of the gacha. But yeah, I feel like I know what he was possibly going to say, so I'll let you carry on.
No, you were explaining it so well. Like the marvelous representative, like professional. Let's go.
So yeah, the cooldown, like you mentioned before, the skills. If you're using the skill button or the simplistic input method, the cooldown is slightly longer than it would be if you did a traditional command input. So you do get a benefit of using the traditional fighting inputs rather than the simple one-button command skill.
But it doesn't mean that in the box, it doesn't mean the skill button will end up being useless, because there's actually a lot of ways to utilize it in this game. For instance, Charlotta, a lot of her moves are charge-based, so you actually have to buffer back and press forward to do her moves. So she can't, like, say, run forward, press a normal, and confirm into the spin. But because of the skill button, she can. Yeah. So she can run forward, press 5B, her B button, and she can immediately end it in the roll, which is not possible because you can't buffer while running forward. So there's a lot of use for it. Also, Dragon Punches or reversals in this game are done by the normal Dragon Punch input. Yep. But you can actually press the forward button, and it's more likely to autocorrect. So in fighting games, someone can jump over you and disrupt your input, so it ends up being the wrong way. But because you can press forward, it's just one input, it ends up being quicker, and it can usually autocorrect quicker as well. So a lot of use for the skill button. Don't underestimate it. It might be the meta in the future.
Yeah.
And as we've seen here, a lot of people are still playing as Percival, even on this stream.
I think that's probably what the stream wants, to be honest. It's the character they haven't seen.
To be fair, yeah. To be fair, I'm not dissing Percival, man.
Want to see some variety, some other characters.
Yeah.
It's spice of life, you know.
But obviously, the people at home won't be able to see Percival if they're not here.
Yeah.
So obviously, it's good that it's on stream. But yeah, I've seen him all day.
Yeah. Well, if you're in the UK, especially, please go down to MCM or EGX and go to the Marvelous booth, and you can play Percival right there,
Yes,
like
you
in
will.
the flesh, all day. Well, I'm not too sure about all day. I mean, I'm sure there'll be a
All
queue
day,
that
every
you have
day.
to manage.
No, well, to be fair, I'm going to be locked in a box.
Oh, you're gonna be in the box.
Yeah. So how it's going to work is we're going to have 8 setups, so 16 players can play Granblue Fantasy versus the demo that we've got here, and then I'm going to be in a locked box doing meetings with press and other journalists.
Oh joy.
Stuff.
You can't wait to body some journalists, or you're like,
he can't wait to hold back so he can
hold back,
unleash his full
hold back,
potential.
yes.
But yeah, if I'm around, come and say hi, challenge me to a fight. I'll gladly accept. Just mention, just say don't hold back, and I'll know it.
That's
Eyes
cool.
will light up.
I'm like, yes, game on,
The flame eye.
or flame on if I decide to be personal.
What if like someone's journalist on Twitter just says challenge accepted?
Character select.
How scared would you be, or would you like, nah?
I'd say bring it on. I'd be like, yeah, bring it on.
I love it. You fit right at home in the fighting game community, by the way. Like 100%. I love it.
I have fun whether or not I lose or win. I mean, it's better if you win, naturally. But I enjoy losing as much as I do winning.
Oh, that is exactly the fighting game mentality. Like, it's all about having fun, like you said. Like,
Exactly.
coming out, like playing with mates, like community. But you gotta get that win.
Yeah,
right?
no, I mean, like, I have fun, right? I have fun when I make the other person have no fun.
So we got Charlotte on the field.
And speaking of that, that's exactly what Charlotta does.
I don't know if this is going to time it well, but I'm going to try something.
All right.
Well, if depending on if they, so we play this at work but without sound. So I always go
Believe in victory.
battle 1, engage.
Got to be
Goodness.
So yeah, we don't play this with sound much in the office. It's a very small office. So whenever the match starts, I'm just there going, believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage.
Are you like walking past with some team while you're doing it? It's like, and you're just looking around the corner, like battle 1, engage, and just peek back down. Oh man, yes.
Not yet, but yeah, you could lead that way.
The idea, I've given it to you. You have to do it now.
It sounds very 90s.
It is 90s.
Like that's.
That match ended so quick.
Yep, Charlotta just got smashed in.
Yeah. So Charlotta is a character that is very short range. So her strength is that the moment she gets in, she hits you with a lot of positive specials, and she can basically do what you want from then on. The only way to get past said pressure is to actually a Dragon Punch or reversal. That's the only way to really get her off efficiently. But unfortunately, her normals are very stubby.
Yep.
So she has to get in very, very slowly. But once she's in, very, very strong.
I feel like it sometimes as well, to cover ground quickly, her Skybound art is pretty much the only option you've got.
Yeah, it is. You're right. You are correct. Oh no, that's gonna get
Oh, I
punished.
thought that would have killed from Chip.
Check out the health on Charlotte.
Oh, look at that Street Fighter punish. It is weird seeing small characters in fighting games because like her hitbox is actually really small.
So they've both got super Skybound art gauges.
It's the crown as well, but it's still very small. You're right.
Are you sure? Because like I was watching Percival swing over.
That's because although the sword normal is probably higher, it probably is like the hitbox is up there somewhere. But the crown is definitely the hitbox of Charlotte.
Okay,
as
if you say so.
Trust me.
You can grab Charlotte using grab attacks. And
Yeah.
it's like you grab the crown and then... a bit.
Yeah.
Can you just imagine if they made the crown detachable? So you just grab it and like, what?
I'm pretty sure they made a big deal of it when they actually revealed Charlotta. They actually said that the crown is actually part of the hurt box. Please don't like say anything about it.
Yeah.
I do like the fact as well in her victory and introductory pose, which we haven't seen yet, that she's on a square box. Like,
You know,
like a little tiny box, and then she's like,
Versus
don't make fun of me, I'm not little.
she is Granblue's favorite potato, believe me.
Yeah, I don't know.
favorite potato.
Why, but
At EGX and MCM, we do plan, hopefully, to have standees of some characters
Believe in victory.
for photo opportunities.
One.
So if you're going to EGX MCM, you can stand next to certain characters and have your photo taken with them. I think the characters we're going to have are Gran, Catalina, Charlotta, and Ferry. I did joke in the office and say maybe we should get a crate, so put Charlotta on top.
yeah.
That sounds like an amazing idea, but also a safety hazard.
Exactly. We will have a wall as well. They'll have Percival and Lancelot on there. But yeah, that's going to be like the press room, so you won't be able to go in it, but you can have your photo taken on any of those walls.
Oh, try to throw that.
Okay.
Yeah, there's air grabs.
Air grab as well. That I did not know.
So this matchup, in my opinion, since I play D-Blanks a lot, this matchup is actually pretty even, in my opinion. So, like, Gran's got decent normals, but Charlotta doesn't actually have many problems getting in on Gran. So even if he has a DP to get Charlotta off, it's actually not that bad going back to neutral at all.
Right.
So this is actually going to be a very enjoyable match to watch in the future. It's going to be down to the players, in my opinion. Unless things change, obviously. Yeah, she has, you know, Akuma's Demon Flip? So he has the dive, the grab, and the low. It's exactly
yeah,
that.
she has exactly the same.
I mean, just a bit like what we saw there a moment ago with Charlotta continuing that attack upwards.
Yeah.
Some attacks, like Charlotta and Ferry's whip, you can extend or do something else with them. So Ferry has an attack that throws a whip and connects with the enemy and then locks on and does damage. Depending on what your next input is, you can actually, a bit like Scorpion, pull the character towards you or do an extended damage like an extra explosion that makes the character bounce back. But you were right, that was quite an even match to watch.
Yeah, I enjoy it very much because it literally comes down to whichever player makes the better decision most of the time, which is... Did you enjoy yourself, BB Tank? Yeah.
We've just had confirmation that somebody likes pressing buttons.
BB Tank does like pressing buttons.
He likes buttons. I cannot understand.
He pressed buttons against you. Unfortunately, your buttons were better.
Yeah, that's true.
That's unfortunate, but you know, thens be the breaks.
Yeah.
So, who is actually on the first player side now? We should be putting names up, but like we're having so much fun here. It's just like
I don't know. This is just sort of like a show-off show.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's more casual.
people who like play fighting games always enjoy seeing more footage of it because they love theory crafting. Theory crafting is such a big thing.
And that's one of the things that I enjoyed at UFA as well. Like, there were some games there that I had no interest in sort of playing myself, but it was just insane fun watching other people play them and some of the combos that you pull off. I'm just sat there like, yeah, I won't ever be able to do that.
The thing is with fighting game players, right now, they are literally saving this VOD and they are dissecting the footage right now for move properties. You just fighting game players are scary in that regard because they're just dissecting everything right now.
They will figure out exactly what frame like Percival's DP is invincible on. Like if it isn't frame 1, right?
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh yeah, well from this footage you can see that it comes out on frame 3 and like bang, and then, you know, I'm like, okay.
Well, they should have fun dissecting Skybound arts then, is all I can say to that one.
Yeah. Pressing forward, basically, do you know how they actually do it with just footage? They pull it into a movie editor program, and they press one frame at a time every time. So as you said, in a Skybound art, they're going to be there for like 200 frames or something like that.
Well, the reason I said that is I had one match once where I activated my Skybound art. I thought it was going to hit, and at the same time, the opponent activated theirs. And realistically, mine should have connected and hit, but it nullified it, and they got the hit. So I get the feeling that people are going to watch frame by frame for the Skybound and go, okay, I can activate it here get it to connect.
Damn, what are you gonna go? It's got 65 brains of invincibility.
Oh, it's so disgusting. I can't believe
it's so
this. Okay,
bad. Yeah.
I mean, whether or not that turns out to be true, who knows?
Yeah.
It could have just been me being terrible.
Or it could change. So, like, who knows? This is
exactly.
pre-build, so.
Oh, there's a roll in
That's
action.
a roll,
Yeah.
So rolls in this game are projectile invincible. They are normal invincible, but however, they are grabbable and they are not low invincible. So you can actually, if you predict a roll, you can grab it or you can do a low and it will hit it all the time.
A low as well, huh? Oh, wow. That did so much chip damage.
Gotta go fast. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I get the feeling that with these Skybound arts, we're going to see situations where it's like, I can chip you out with it now.
Yeah,
definitely.
I haven't seen it much here today or UFA, but I do agree. I think we will see points where it will get to the match where there's just a very sliver of health and it'll just end on a chip.
Yep. It'll be button into super. I'll be like, okay, cool.
They have it online technically already. It's called Fairy. And the ball, so you basically knock them down with like a smidgen of life, and then you throw the fireball, and there's nothing they can do about it because they have to block. They cannot reversal either because the ball will hit them, and they have to block, and then it just chips them left, and it's over. So you're like, yeah.
Yeah, that I saw that super earlier, right? And like she did it full screen. Like, and then this ball is just like slowly moving towards as well.
And Ferry walks with it, so you can't roll past it. So she sort of stands there. If you move forward too much, she just presses a normal. And if you get close to it, it's like impending doom. And you sort of have to make a decision immediately.
It is silly. It's very silly.
It's very good. It's very, very good.
Yeah, I can definitely see her still being a problem. Like even with Percival, I'm there like, she's the problem.
Yeah. Japanese think Percival is quite strong. They think his damage is very high.
It is very high.
I know.
I think.
So yeah, it's definitely very.
I mean, we've got one guy here who says the damage is high. I'm perfectly fine with it at the moment.
Do you play Percival?
Not at the moment.
Not at the moment.
Once I know how to control him, he's mine. One thing I will say is with some of the Skybound arts, on some of them you'll get a cutscene like before and after when the attack triggers. Now this is just some personal experimentation with the demo when I've been playing it in the office. But if the first hit of the Super Skybound art doesn't connect, you won't see that little cutscene at the end.
Yes. So certain characters have it. So for instance, Charlotta, if the pillar doesn't hit, then the shockwave after hits, but the animation won't snap, like as Scott said.
That sounds like it'll do less damage as well, right?
Yeah, it does less damage as well.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it's important to know, like, for Skybound arts, yes, it will hit, but for maximum damage, always be close to the character you're going to hit in order to get that, awesome looking cutscene.
Yeah. And a lot of people are definitely going to go for that because, like, my god, do they look good. Did you know, like, have you seen Katarina's Skybound, Super Skybound art before? Did you know that thing she's controlling actually does not exist in the Granblue storyline currently?
Really?
Yeah, so we call it a stand or whatever. But whatever power she has right there is not in the storyline. No one knows about it. So the first time you see it is in this game.
Is it not in... I haven't seen Granblue anime in a while, and is it not in there?
No, the anime doesn't go far enough, because Catalina...
oh, yeah, sure,
she's the last one to unlock her true power, I guess you could say. All the other members of the brigade have actually fused with their summons, but Catalina has nothing.
Oh, okay.
So whatever she's doing right now is completely new.
I didn't know that. That's an interesting fact for
some
me.
tidbits you can tell to the journalists.
This character doesn't exist anyway. I mean, I'm glad they added it. It's such an amazing thing to look at.
Oh, that might actually be it, right? Oh, nope, you can roll through it. Fair enough. I was thinking, maybe that's Chip. That's Chip.
That is definitely. I love these transitions.
What's this? Oh, the game has transitions.
Yes, it does.
Yep.
I didn't even know that.
Basically, the first 2 rounds will be on the same area, but if it goes to the 3rd round, it will transition to a new area. What I like as well is the camera that sort of moves with the background. So the background sort of bends a little bit as well.
Like artists are masters of actually like deceiving camera angles when it comes to their characters and their like backgrounds as well. Scott, have you ever seen Dragon Ball Fighters 3D models when they do the supers? Have you seen Gohan's arm before?
Oh yeah.
When it's just like this.
Yeah. I know exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was going to say it was one of those videos that explained this is what happens during specials in Dragon Ball Fighters, and it's just completely insane, like random. But yeah, carry on.
Yeah, they do that with Percival here, definitely, with the bendy swords and stuff like that. To get that view, they must bend the 3D model in a way that I don't want to think of. I don't want to see the real model, to be honest.
But that's the thing. To get that 2D effect, I guess, is what they're aiming for. I mean, like, is their speciality. 3D, the 2D in 3D.
I think Cygames. I think that's exactly why Cygames chose Arc System Works. They just knew they were the top in making these sort of games, so they just went, you know what, make this game for us.
I mean, I don't want to sound negative, but it's like, is there anybody else?
All right. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Can we get?
I mean, I would play on with this controller.
Are you gonna play while commentating?
Yeah, I can.
This is a skill that a few people have, and I'd like to see if you have this amazing skill of commentating at the same time. You're commentating your own match and playing.
Well, I am going to do a Skybound Lee.
All right. I'm gonna try. Actually, let me.
Character select. Charlotte.
I swear I can hear stuff from that microphone.
Deepon, can you play next and get Match of Dynamite with you?
Yo, Deepon. Yeah, you can hear stuff from that microphone.
Versus Charlotte.
No, that one. Yeah, you can hear stuff from that. But the stream can't. Okay, that's fine then. Yeah, sorry. I'm just hearing so many voices in my head, and I'm like, I'm not going crazy, am I? I'm going crazy.
Believe in victory.
Battle 1. Engage.
Decide the destiny.
Decide the destiny. I can definitely tell that's an in-joke in your company because you're too natural at it.
It's an in-joke for me. I'm the only one that does
it. Are you?
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm the only one that makes marvelous puns.
Are you going to turn this into a thing at fighting game events? Everyone has to say it.
I mean, if people will be up for it, then yes. The thing is, when the matches have been starting, I've really struggled not to say that phrase. Just cut in and go, battle 1. Engage.
Do you have to do the voice? Do you have to make the voice?
I have to try and make that voice,
You have to imitate the voice as well. Okay, interesting. You hear that, stream chat, in the future. Okay, cool.
I don't know if I sound like that when I'm trying to do it.
Pretty accurate. I think the voice isn't that hard to make. I'm not an expert on this, so we'll say it is.
Down.
Look at that scene.
British favourite. All the chip.
I must admit, I was playing against someone at UFA, and I did the most terrible thing. I've seen somebody doing it in a tournament before, where they thought they won with chip damage and put the control down and walk away. I did that. I was like, yeah, I've won. Right.
Do you know what the phrase in the fighting game community is that what are you standing up for? Have you ever seen it?
No.
Oh, man, you need to search for that on YouTube very soon. But we call it a Washige.
Washige, no!
Washige, no! So, can I let us explain it to you, or you watch the video? I would suggest watching the video.
Watch the video because you see the savageness of man in that video.
Oh wait, I think I might have seen this one where he walks up and walks away, and then he just goes, yeah.
Washige, no! What are you standing up
And then he runs back, no!
It's so dirty because Owaga did like an optimal combo, right? And then because he knew he was going to mash when he came back, right, he got him with a counter hit. Oh, it's so dirty.
Well, the thing was, is I looked at the health and went, yeah, he's not going to survive this and he blocked, and I was like, okay, but it's fine.
It's fine.
And then I put the controller down because I was ready to go to let somebody else to play. And I was like, anybody else want to play? And the guy's like,
Character select.
what are you doing? Why are you moving away? You've still yet to play. I went, oh, okay. I still won, but...
Oh, damn, you won.
Wow.
No. That's not a Washige, unfortunately. You have to lose immediately.
I still won. I pointed that out because I had quite a bit of health left.
Yeah.
I mean, he took damage away from me, but it was... rush back to the controller to try and fix the problem.
You're going to be FGC before you know it, man.
Exactly.
Trust us on this one. You're already doing everything right.
Apart from
Everything
using a fire stick
people play pads here. A lot of people can't
or
use fight sticks.
keyboards.
Believe in
Well,
victory.
that's a special ability that hardly anyone has, unfortunately.
Not anymore.
I did specifically buy a fight stick for this game. Like, as soon as we got the license, or as soon as Marvel Studios got the license that we're going to publish this game, I went straight out and bought a Holy Rat 5 fight stick. And tried to learn how to use it.
It's going to take a while. Don't get me wrong. It takes a while to get used to, but the thing is, once you use a stick, in my opinion, there's no going back. You can't play on pad. You lose the ability. It's like, you know in Pokemon, when you got 4 skills?
Yeah.
It's like that, you're forgetting it. That's basically it. You can't go back to pad.
You have acquired the skill.
Yeah.
Fight stick. You need to forget a skill.
Pad.
Delete gamepad.
Basically, yeah.
But no, I dip in occasionally with the fight stick to try and get better at it. I have it at the office, although the people at the office don't really like me for using the fight stick because of the clicky buttons, and the office is quite quiet, whereas a pad is a bit quieter.
Is the Harap moddable?
Is the what?
It's the Harap that you bought moddable.
I don't know.
Right. So what you can get is called something called silent buttons on the stick. So if you mod them in, when you press the buttons, they don't work.
Oh, okay.
So if you're interested in that, you can always find out for yourself.
But I mean, walking around here today, I've seen all sorts of fight sticks
Yeah.
and some of the mods that they've done to it to make it personalised. Some are really cool. I really like it. Like, I wish I could put time and effort into this to do that.
It's a slopey road, may I say.
Yeah.
It's amazing, but then every stick you will ever own gets the same treatment
Yeah.
immediately, and it's expensive.
It's a lot of money you
It's
sink
a lot
into
of money to sink in. I mean, if you want to do it, fair enough. You can make a Deku one.
Deku?
A Deku stick.
Why a Deku stick?
Because you were talking about Bowie's one today.
Well, yeah, because Bowie had a. For context, Bowie had the green PlayStation 4 controller that looks like Deku from My Hero Academia. That's the context behind that. And it's called the Deku controller because it looks like Deku's outfit from My Hero Academia. Or Izuku Midoriya if you want his full name.
I mean, it's up to you. What would you put on your arcade stick if you actually got the chance to design
Well,
it?
because I said it was going to be like the Granblue fight stick, I was wanting to deck it out with Granblue stuff. Like the artwork from Granblue.
Is it just gacha crystals or?
No, I was just more thinking like the sky background blue, which we'll have on our booth at EGX MCM, and maybe one of the character artworks like Gran or Catalina or Ferry or something.
Yeah, the artwork in this game is like high resolution and it looks amazing. It would definitely look so good on any stick. But do you know how many people I know that actually have their backgrounds as this, as the Granblue Fantasy versus artwork?
Me included.
Oh man, you're one of those. I mean, it's amazing.
I mean, I've got the luxury of getting access to the assets, so it's like I can just make my own.
Some people have privilege.
Yeah, look at that publisher
That's
privilege.
the benefit of working in the at Marvelous and publishing this game is we get the artwork, so we can make a background.
Character select.
Of,
You know, all you're saying is that you want to get more artwork.
yeah,
it's not
I
helping
want
the
more
situation.
artwork. To be fair, we did the same with one of our. Well, I did the same with one of our other games, Fate Extella Link. We got all individual character artworks, and so for the limited edition, it had this really nice sort of starry skied background, and then I put one of my favourite characters just full screen on there. Very simple, straightforward, but yeah, I'm able to do that because I had the asset.
You wanna
Shouldn't really be bragging about this on
any
the
more
screen.
humble?
Yeah, so humble.
So humble.
I'm so humble in the fighting game community. Not when it comes to
I wish all the journalists in the future that will beat Scott very good luck.
I'm a very nice person. What are you talking about?
But are you a nice person in game? Everybody here is nice until they play the fighting game.
Yep.
It depends. You'll just have to challenge me and find
Oh
out.
my
Wow,
god.
he's
Wow.
putting it out there.
If I lose, you can then say to me, "You suck."
Yeah, Gal, innit?
Yeah.
Gal and leave Granblue here.
Somebody at UFA. I was closing down the setups for the event, and I said, right, it's last matches. If you haven't played, get on now, and then that's it. And one guy was like, oh, how much can I give you to take the console and the build home with me? And I went, as a joke, I just went, how much you got? He said, his name was wallet, like, €70? I went, nah, that won't cover the licensing. Sorry.
Wow. Damn.
Wow.
In truth, I'd probably do that too if I had the funds. That's such a good joke.
To be fair, it had been a long weekend and I needed a bit of a laugh.
Yeah.
And that one, he saw the funny side of it. He appreciated it.
What if it was €80? Would you have gone for it?
Yeah, I mean, you can push it up. It's just,
Would
you
you
know,
go by 10?
I'd go for
That's very
75.
convincing.
To be fair, this leads perfectly on to another funny story. When I was doing a unboxing video for the limited edition of 10-Man Conqueror Peach Beach Splash, which came with that 2-kilogram mouse pad, if you remember, I went to Spain because I was on holiday at the time, and I took it with me and made that video abroad. And I was wearing a Marvelous shirt, and this random guy just came up to me and said, "How much for your shirt?" I was like, "Sorry?" He said, "How much for your shirt? I want your shirt." I goes, "Do you know who Marvelous are?" He went, "No, I just like your shirt."
I hate to interrupt you guys, but can I borrow Angel for top 3 of Million Arthur?
Oh, yeah.
Angel's got to
you may.
go.
Angel has to. This is what I mean by top play. He's actually top 3 of what Million Blood Arcade.
He's going to desert us. Yeah, so the story is that this guy wanted to buy my shirt, and he was like, "I will offer you €20 for your shirt." And he had no idea what Marvelous was related to or anything. He just saw me walking around filming an unboxing video and thought it was something special and wanted proof of this special moment.
I guess the important question now is, did you give him the shirt and flex afterwards?
I did not give him my shirt. I
Damn.
needed that shirt. I did get back to the office. I told my boss, and he said, "Why didn't you sell it?" I was like,
He said the same thing.
I was like, "What?"
Yes, that's exactly right.
He goes, "We could just order more. That €20 could have bought another 5 shirts." I was like, "Yeah, I guess that's right."
Are you gonna have any in the future Granblue Fantasy versus shirts for the people?
I wanted some
Believe in
for
victory.
this
Battle
event
1.
and the
Engage.
2 events coming. Because when I was wearing this Marvelous shirt, people didn't cotton on that we were, here with Granblue Fantasy Versus. But I feel like having a shirt with Granblue Fantasy Versus on it would illustrate, look, I'm part of the team, come and say hi. And I don't think that's going to happen this time, because we've got so much other stuff to get done.
Is it gonna happen at EGX or MCN? Do you think? Get some swag?
No,
No.
unfortunately. We are planning to have at EGX and MCM a free item if you play the game. But I'm not going to reveal just yet what it is.
Secrets in the closet again?
Yeah,
I like
secret-
it, professional.
I need to keep the hype going. I need to keep that hype build.
Well, judging from the reception here and in other events, I'm sure it will happen at EGX and MCM anyway. I don't think you need to do much work because everybody is on the Granblue hype train right now.
Yeah, my work is cut out for me. I mean, this entire month, every weekend I'm at a different event with this demo. We might have it in some other events in Europe over the next couple of months. Currently working on those, so no details at the moment. But yeah, for everyone in the UK, we'll be able to play it here at Revo, if you're able to come down. EGX next weekend, 17th to 20th of October, and MCM 25th to 27th of October. So yeah,
That's going to be good. And you're going to be at every single event.
I'm going to be at every single one.
May I say, and it may seem like I'm sucking it up to you, but it's probably because I go to events as well, so I know how hard it is and draining it is every single time.
I love it.
But you love it.
I love it.
Oh,
I was the one that
I was
insisted.
about to shower you with praise and say, like, you work so hard, like, every week you're doing an event, like, it drains me after, like, if I go to an event for 5 days, I'm just like, I'm done. By the end, that's like, I can't take it.
No, I absolutely love going to events both as a consumer and as somebody exhibiting. I mean, I guess for you guys it is a lot of work because obviously you've got streams going place, you've got tournament mileage, but yeah, it's a long day, but I absolutely love it. Especially coming to talk to people. Yeah, so if anybody's there, EGX MCM, go and ask Scott, which is me.
Scott, you think you get a fan base afterwards? Let's go.
Oh, I
you
wish.
said you'll play.
I wish. It'll be, you said you would be able to beat me in Granblue Fantasy. I challenge you. It's like, okay, challenge accepted.
You're going to be there the whole day, I think.
Believe in
Yeah, I am.
victory.
Yeah.
I'm not there
Battle
Friday though,
one.
on EGX.
Engage.
Oh, okay.
Mainly because it's my birthday that day, so I'm having that day
Oh,
off.
early happy happy birthday.
I'm not dropping that in to get early happy birthday celebrations or anything. But yeah, no, I was like, okay, we'll go, because EGX and MCM was on and off the table quite a lot. And at that point, I was like, right, I'm going to have my birthday off. So whatever happens, I'm having that day off. And then we got confirmed for EGX MCM. I'm like, well, tough, I'm still having that day off.
So are you saying I should suggest to everybody that on the Saturday of the EGX that everyone gives you belated happy birthday wishes?
If you want.
Okay. Well, you heard it right now, stream. That's what you got to do.
I'll probably cry with embarrassment or whatnot. Blush red.
Player 2.
I'll become Percival.
Battle.
Actually, one thing I want to touch on in this game actually is the incredible music. Now, Granblue Fantasy itself obviously has a lot of talented composers, and this includes Nobu Uematsu as well, who did a lot of the battle themes. But this theme in particular is very smooth song, which has a single and it's vocal as well. And they did a remix for this game, so this is actually her theme song.
Oh, okay.
So it's actually, they incorporated a lot of the Granblue Fantasy music into this game and remixed it with an Arxis flair, and that's so enjoyable to listen to in this game.
I mean, we had yesterday in the office, I just left the title screen playing, and it was quite a calming melody to have just in the background.
Battle.
But yeah, I totally agree. I really enjoy the soundtrack in this as well. To be fair, quite a lot of Arxis games have some really cool vibes and music in them. Like, Guilty Gear has a really rocky feel, Granblue has a nice mixture, Dragon Ball Z is just like a remix of different things, or Dragon Ball Fighter, should I say, has a remix of different things. And as you say, this has sort of remixes of them core music from Granblue. I mean, to be fair, you know more probably of Granblue Fantasy than I do in terms of the core basics, because I have yet to play and divulge into the mobile or RPG online game.
I think you could definitely play it right now, and since it's in English, you can play it very casually. It's not. It's a game where there's so much stuff to do that it becomes like almost life to certain people. So like you can grind in this game. So it's a bit like almost a bit roguelike at times.
Yeah.
But if you want to play casually, if you want to enjoy the storyline and that's all you want to do, then you're very free to do that. Also, may I say that Cygames are one of the most generous companies out there in gacha, and also in their card game Shadowverse. They give away so much free stuff. It's not even funny. Like you will get a roll, or loot or whatever, like every single 2 weeks, or 1 week, or
That's
they just
cool.
give you like 10 rolls every single day for 2 weeks and stuff. So it's actually like really generous. Okay, so we have a winning ceremony for Mab over there, so we're just gonna wait for the players to actually finish.
Yeah, so this stream rang a bit, started a bit late and running a bit late, I guess. So we're obviously probably hearing the roars and the cheers of the winners.
So
I don't know if that was a boo or cheer, I'm not sure, but good job, I guess.
So for the people at home who don't know who just got booed, it was the person who was just on commentary, Angel Dark Souls. Poor guy, but he loves it. In truth, everyone booed just then, so it sounds like he's getting cheered, but everyone does it in love, trust me. Like, everyone does it because we know he likes being the heel, so we just do it deliberately.
It's one of them common trends, it starts and then it just rolls on.
Exactly. We say a lot of negative things like, oh, this game is rubbish, this game is stuff, but what we actually mean is we really like this game and we really enjoy playing it. So Tumbleweed is our second place player for Melty Flight and
And he's having difficulty getting the medal over his head or neck.
This is perfect music for a war ceremony, by the way. I just
Yeah.
thought I might say that.
I mean, the viewers at home they can probably hear what's going on, but they can't see it unless this was being broadcast, but I don't think it is. But yeah, the background music that we've got from Granblue is timed perfectly to the elements of what is going on with the victory.
Yeah,
So,
it literally sounds like a very ceremonious.
reminds me of like the end of like Star Fox or something.
Yeah,
where,
yeah,
where the
it
title
does.
credits are rolling up and they're like, you've won the battle, the war has been ended.
But that'll be it. So we just had to stop there for the final announcements.
I think they're doing a photo shoot now.
I think we'll get two more games before we
Possibly,
end.
yeah. I mean, before we move on, we should probably point out on this screen where it comes up saying win, lose, total wins, skill moves average. So the skillful moves average, I believe, and I could be completely wrong, is when it comes up on the side going good, great, things like that. And it counts how many of those you get over the period of a match. If you get more than 20, the star changes. So you get 2 stars, and then if you go over 30, I think it is, you get 3 stars.
Oh, so I think they're following their systems in Granblue Fantasy. So the star ratings, which is used for a lot of characters and summons and stuff like that, I think they just try to add that in here as well.
So even though you lose, you might get a higher skillful rating because you did more skillful things in battle. So for instance, in a match I had earlier that I gracefully lost, I got 23 skillful moves, which gave me 2 stars, and the person I was fighting against only had like 12.
So is that moral victory?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Definitely. I lost the match, but I got the skillful moves.
Yes,
in.
that's exactly.
And then obviously when the full game is released, you can have the option to rematch or character select, and those total wins will dictate however many wins that person has won or lost.
Oh, damn, man! So many people cannot wait for this game. I don't think February can come like fast enough, to be honest. Like,
well, for the West, it doesn't have a release date yet. So,
sorry, I keep saying February. So
yeah, February 2020 is the Japanese release date. There isn't a date for the Western version just yet.
Okay.
So.
And well, I won't delve into that because it might get into certain things we're not allowed to talk about. But yeah, it's gonna be pretty good when it gets to around that time. And Angel has given me the eyes. I'm not too sure what that means. So we're going to continue. We're going to do a few more matches before we end the day at Revolution. And our third place Million Alpha Arcana Blood winner is...
Did you get booed on then?
Yeah, because I picked the S-tier character a week ago, played the character, and got top 3. So that's how good that game is. literally, top 4 was the same character. That's how balanced that game is.
What game was it I missed?
Million Arcana Blood.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
It's a unique game.
Yeah.
It's a very unique game.
To be fair, the only game here I haven't played.
Engage.
It has been on my radar.
So, yeah, just to continue with Granblue versus approach. So, now we've been talking about the game so much. We actually haven't been talking about the match in this game. So there's a few mechanics.
Well, to be fair, I'm a terrible commentator to start off.
You've actually been doing really, really well. Actually, you keep being viewers engaged. That's a very good thing.
No. You don't want him to take my drone.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, you were.
You were terrible.
Don't do it again.
Never again. Like. Yeah, so the mechanics we haven't gone through as well. In this game, you also have a universal overhead, which is done by, I think, pressing A and B at the same time.
B and C.
B and C. And not only is that overhead, but I think it's actually neutral on blockers, or maybe slightly minus. I'm not 100% sure yet, but usually you don't get punished for it. So it's actually a good mix-up option when you have nothing else to do. And as far as I know, besides jumping attacks, it's the only way to overhead. Right. On the ground anyway. I don't think there's... I can't think of any ground attacks that overhead besides the universal overhead. As far as I know. If someone correct me, but it should be correct. I don't think anybody has it. Unless you, like... I
don't know.
No, I'm not bringing you the conversation.
Send your answers on a postcard, please.
Yeah, on a postcard.
Yeah, that way I don't have to ever read them.
So, yeah, also pros do quite a bit of damage in this game. But I can also throw rolls, so a very good option for when you want to go through someone's defense. Any other mechanics we're missing? I think that's about it.
you've got your core moves, you've got your skills, you've got your skybound arts, you've got that L2 skill,
Yeah.
which is like a backwards or forwards depending on the character. So I don't actually know what that. There's taunt or emote as well you can do.
I don't think Taunt does anything besides look amazing.
It doesn't do any damage, but I accidentally have done it a few times in battle.
Is that mental damage? Is that what you're saying?
it's just it's not me bragging or anything. It's just I'm gonna do a combo away now taunt.
Sometimes, believe it or not, in fighting games, that is the best bait because you taunt and you let your opponent
Well,
think
the
that
problem
you're
was
open.
it wasn't even far away. It was like next to the character.
That's the best ones, 100%, because they think they can punish you immediately, but then they just get hit by your button. So.
But yeah, the on a controller at least, the I believe L2, it's like another variation of attack that's not normal to your normal buttons. And depending on the character you've picked, will do a different kind of attack. Like for Gran, Catalina, Percival, it's more of a forward overhead downward attack. So it like jumps up and goes down.
Believe in victory.
But for Ferry, she actually jumps back.
Engage.
So she spins around with her whip and kind of defends herself while jumping back. So if people are charging towards you, you can just sort of use that attack and jump back. It's quite hard to get it into a combo, but for characters like Gran, Catalina, Percival, Lancelot, they're quite easy to get it into a combo.
All right, see.
So one thing that I've started doing recently is the quick combo with the square button 3 or 4 times, and then I'll either change it up to go downward X or cross, as PlayStation now call it, or the R, and then maybe follow it up with an R2 to carry that combo going.
Oh, I see. That's pretty good.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but it's all about finding that right balance.
I think the only thing we can talk about now is EX moves. There are EX moves in this game. I think they call EX moves when the powered up versions of special moves.
Yeah.
Are they called EX moves in this game? I think they are.
So you do, it's the C version, and it takes the cooldown a lot longer as well. It's kind of like, I don't know if it's as long as when you do the quick version of it, but it's definitely quite long.
It's long.
And it's weird because when you obviously use that and the cooldown's off, you can't use that move at all, which is in a fighting game kind of just hard to get around your head.
Yeah. So the thing that makes it different because of their cooldowns and specials, you can't like throw out your specials willy-nilly like you can in other fighting games. So you actually need to think about what moves are available at what time, like in this situation. So it's definitely a different mindset to having Granblue Fantasy versus.
Yeah,
Is that Cell we were talking
which
about?
I really like about that as well. In Dragon Ball FighterZ, for instance, once you're in a combo, it can be very difficult to get out. Whereas in this, combos are quite short unless you are timing it to perfection. So everybody has a good chance of sort of winning. Oh, that was
Very anticlimactic.
that was a shame.
And because of the defensive mechanics, which are the spot dodge, which is down guard, I'm pretty sure that is actually frame 1 invincible. So that means when you press it immediately, you are invincible. But it does have a lot of recovery, so you can actually punish it if you think your opponent's going to do it. But there are defensive options to do in those situations, like you said.
I also feel like the guard in this is really good for new players as well. Like when I play fighting games, I don't. Well, used to when I first started playing fighting games, I very rarely blocked. Or I didn't block very well, whereas in this I can block quite well, like I can block skybound arts or skills. It's very approachable to both newcomers and people experienced. And I think that's why I enjoy this a lot more. Not because I'm working with it and talking about it on a daily basis, but just because I can pick it up and play and enjoy it straight away and not have too much difficulty.
Yeah, it's what they're doing with the execution barrier actually very like for newcomers especially, they'll very much appreciate that they don't need to like do complex execution stuff like that. But it doesn't mean that fighting game players should like look at it and go, this game isn't complicated or that. It is due to the amount of mechanics in this game.
Yeah.
It can get like quite heated when you actually go and like get 2 top level players.
Shall I try?
Should you try? Is this going to be the final game?
This could be the final
The
game.
final game. Oh wait, Rayo, one more. You play and then Scott.
I don't know how to play this game.
Okay. Against Nippon. Okay, cool.
Oh, so let's play. Is he gonna play from here?
Yes.
Yeah.
That screen's got lag though.
It'll be fine.
He'll
Fine.
be fine.
He'll
Yeah,
be fine.
he's a very
He's a professional.
He's
Exactly.
a professional.
Well-
like, Apparently he's not very good, but we're gonna see.
Yeah.
Like,
Assuming it connects, it's not connected.
oh,
Oh, John's already. You can't.
John's already.
You can't be doing that.
go
Oh, you want me to
connect
connect
the
it? Yeah.
Are you gonna unleash
well,
everything you've
to be
done
fair,
on this weekend?
To be fair,
Like,
I
sure.
can just sit there and I can just see that screen from this distance.
Yeah, you.
What?
Oh yeah, sure.
Who am I going to play as?
No, no, Angel's
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Maybe full around.
So,
Or-
what secret tech are you gonna share with us today?
How bad I am at fighting games. That's what I'm gonna.
Is this just to show, like, you're not going to deliberately lose, so, like, when journalists come to you, they all think you're bad at this game. This isn't some ploy, is it?
Well, I could fight against the AI for one. I'll
damn.
win at that.
No, what you need to do, right, is
Yeah.
play really badly so that then they're like, yeah, sure, you can play release tournaments. Why not? Yeah. He would make it out of
somebody
pools.
did, what was it? I think it was at UFA. Sent a message. I'm actually pretty good at this game. And then somebody said, "Well, you work at Marvel, so you can't enter these tournaments." Bye.
yeah, that's the thing. People will take solace and they'll be like,
Oh, damn.
who am I fighting again?
You're fighting, like, Nippon over there.
Nippon is the furry.
Who
He's
shall I
very-
be?
Oh, I love this. What is the Marvelous representative going to pick? Like, is he going to be on brand? Is he going to, like, choose his favorite? What is it going to be?
You can choose
Who
something
shall
we
I
haven't
pick? Who shall I
seen
pick?
yet.
Who shall I pick?
I don't know, you choose.
You choose.
We're not going to judge you, but we're
dec-
definitely going to talk about it.
Yeah, like, decide your destiny right now.
Yeah, that's true. We haven't seen Catalina.
I don't like. I come terrible.
Oh, well, then
Oh!
don't ask us to choose.
Shall I be Catalina for life?
No,
No,
you
you need to why is he
play
listening?
someone else.
First of all.
There we go.
There we go. The pretty boy himself.
Goodness.
And we got a Catalina. I can't wait for the color palettes in this game. They're
Oh,
gonna be amazing.
Catalina's also got ranged because of the forward dash. I
Yes.
should have picked someone that could battle. Like, well, I guess Percival's got his ranged fire.
versus Catalina.
All right, so the final game for
So I've gone
tonight.
Percival, represent a bit of flame orange. This is going to end so badly for me.
You've got this. Remember, you have to commentate at the same time. Me and Angel
yeah.
are going to be quiet for this
Yeah,
entire
we'll
period.
be so quiet.
Yeah, and we're going to watch you play.
Yeah,
So,
should we
uh,
actually
at the same time.
commentate properly?
Oh, well, should we commentate properly?
Do you
I'm
want
going to let him commentate properly.
Well, why is he
I
playing
can try and commentate for
Yeah,
that.
let's-
Alright.
Okay, one round.
One round.
Okay.
Then we will
His first
commentate.
round.
Even victory.
Battle 1. Engage.
I mean, there's not a lot of commentating
Somebody
going
stand
on
there
right
now,
now.
I can't see.
Wait for the speech.
I mean, that's probably what people want, right? Silent footage of the game.
Yeah. It's just like, oh, the concentration is all
The energy immense.
All right. Okay, so I'm pretty sure we could just commentate normally.
Yeah, let's
right
just
now.
do that. Let's put it out of his misery. No. You concentrate on
You
the game. You
concentrate.
do
You
you.
need to win.
We'll do.
For
you
marvelous
know.
pride.
Look at those pokes from Katarina. That's pretty good.
So both of them are right now in the under 30%, so they can actually use their super
Oh,
skyline.
that
And
TP just went straight through it.
and it was,
I was close.
yeah, it was.
Player one, win.
So one thing in this game is actually you need to really notice when your
Engage.
opponent has 100% meter. It's so important to know they got an extra tool.
Yeah, like a reversal. I mean, a proper reversal like that. I mean, I'm pretty sure most of them seem safe as well.
Yeah, they are. A lot of the super Skybound arts and some super Skybound arts are very hard to punish unless you use very specific characters and very fast ones. So
Wow, why is he grabbing from mid-screen? I don't understand that. He was nowhere there.
that is probably
Like
like
Katarina combos, but like, unfortunately, it doesn't matter. Crossing up in the corner.
he's doing really well. He's got access to Skybound art now, so at any time you can actually unleash it.
Just poking him in the air with jump A.
But Percival has it now as well.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Gonna cut straight through.
Oh, and
And again.
I think Catalina can actually cancel that. If you do, I think you can dash cancel in the early
You can
range.
dash cancel it?
I think,
Oh,
I'm not 100%.
Win.
I mean, I'm surprised he didn't go into super or like
I think-
Skybound now.
maybe
whatever
it's
you
a
call it.
dash cut, maybe it's cancel of some kind, but I totally forgot. I had some people do it against me, or maybe they were just letting it go. Or something.
Oh, nice. He actually timed it so that it didn't actually bring out the armor move. I believe that is punishable, unlike the overhead version, which is plus.
Very plus.
Yeah,
You are
stupidly
on the front of
plus. Oh, go for that interception. Oh, okay, charge up. I didn't realize that the charge up has a hitbox on it as well. This character. Like, imagine getting that fireball power up as well. It's so good. Like, looking at it, it just covers the whole screen. It's a really sizable fireball as well.
Percival actually has access to Skybound art, and he's gonna die with
it
the
doesn't
overhead.
matter. Wow.
Wow. Wow.
I guess
so
you weren't just being humble.
Yeah.
No.
So you were losing, yeah.
I mean, that guy did go and sit in front of me.
Oh yeah, no, you got screen right in front
So you're
of
saying
me.
that you won with this, like, with a handicap?
I was looking
lost.
at that
Oh
one.
no, sorry, he was actually there.
I mean, making excuses, you are definitely part
Yeah,
of the FGC
I'm
already.
FGC. And did everything turn off?
No. Oh,
That's,
I guess.
that's right. I like chat giving you an F there. Like,
I was looking on that screen.
it
not that
doesn't matter
screen.
where you were looking. Like, I was looking at
And
the
then,
last
and
screen.
then halfway through the match, he's like, "Hey!"
Okay, okay, do you know what? Like, rematch, like the grudge match.
One more. I mean,
you get one more.
the guy who
I
works
saw-
for Marvelous is definitely not salty. I mean, are you about to get knocked into losers? Is what I want to know.
Yeah,
I always go
is
default.
this losers? Should we say
no,
it?
no, it's
So
winners,
Barry's just
right?
winners
suggested
now.
that I
But
go
that's
Charlotte,
one
so
down.
If I lose, I play Barry.
So actually, character swap. So the last match of the day,
I said
which was
you
meant to be
suggested,
the one we just saw,
Charlotte.
is now Charlotte
So if I lose,
versus
it's your
Barry.
fault.
Why? I don't know why, but
We just do that.
we'll just rock with it.
We will just rock with it.
We'll just go with it.
Wow, no bias here.
Yeah, the crowd is definitely, behind Nippon, who's playing Ferry.
So we've got Charlotte versus Ferry. We've got Marvelous versus NGI, I guess. I don't know.
Do
who's
you know what?
playing.
If you want to make this about,
Yeah,
like,
you
us
wanna do
versus-
this?
Yeah, you
really
wanna
wanna do
You know what? Go
I
ahead.
would
Go
lose.
ahead.
I would
Believe in victory. Battle 1.
engage.
All right, now Charlotte with a stubby normal is gonna probably find it really hard to get in against
Yeah,
Ferry.
so I actually played this matchup a lot. So Charlotta, this is probably the worst matchup in the beta at least. It was the worst matchup in the game. Not that it was like because you can use the mechanics to actually bypass Ferry's normals. It actually wasn't that bad. So the balance itself was actually pretty good. But once Charlotta gets in, like Ferry can DP. So that's why it's actually quite difficult. And then she has to play Roots afterwards.
All right. Wow, that dive kick, that kind of reminds me of like Dallas. Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
no.
And that's good because it's like Spirit Ball's out. What's going to happen? No air unblockable? Okay.
That was actually really smart to actually jump in the air there, because it means you don't need to deal with like high-low mix-up when you're on the ground. So jumping up in the air to take the ball means that you don't actually have to deal with
Yeah,
mix-up.
but couldn't you get anti-end?
I'm not too sure if it works in block stun.
Oh, that's a good point, actually. These games have different
Yeah.
rules, don't they?
Battle 2.
Engage.
All right. All right. It seems like our player is pumping himself
He's
up.
finally commentating.
He's finally speaking like he said he would. Only took him 4 rounds.
I keep forgetting.
This is NGI sabotage behind his back, trying to make him block.
I mean, what do you want me to say? That I'm trying to push buttons and lose? Because
I know
that's
you
exactly
should be
what I'm
pressing
trying to
buttons and winning, really, but it's fine.
So good.
Okay, did
wow.
that have a hitbox behind it?
Yeah.
Oh, my
Trust me,
days.
that move is dumb.
That is a really silly move.
Nice, use the
Gets him with the
counter.
parry.
do. Yeah,
That's
now
pretty
we've got a
good.
camera. Oh, no.
Ooh, Tomoge.
So Charlotta's unique skill in
Oh.
this game. Oh.
He's actually going to do it, though.
Oh,
no.
what?
It doesn't matter
Unfortunate.
anyway.
Well played to all players anyway. Well done.
Well played, well played.
I was trying to do a super skybound art and it just did not work. Was he
fine.
playing with a fight stick or was it just a controller?
It was for real
It was a
fight.
fight stick.
Ah, fair enough.
So that's going to be the final game of the day. So thanks for watching Granblue Fantasy Versus at Revolution 2019. And it's not over. Tomorrow at 8 p.m. we have the exhibition
Nice.
going. And we'll have Tyrant, Super IQ, Ikesy, Broski, myself, D-Blanks, Kiva, Dragon Lord, and Pax.
Yeah, it's
So
quite
going
a
to be-
bunch of good people playing some good games.
Yeah, you're not gonna want to miss that. And thanks again, Scott, for not only providing the game, but allowing us the permission to stream this and stream tomorrow as well.
Yeah, thank you for putting up with my terrible Fight against
No. I mean, it was entertaining. I mean, but
and my
it was
lack
a
of
pleasure.
commentary during the final match that I said I would do. I need to do that again. Maybe we should do it again tonight.
He's good in the
He's
future.
into it now,
In
yeah,
the
in the
future.
future, at some
All right.
point.
So we hope you enjoyed watching Granblue Fantasy versus at Revolution, brought to you by Scott from Marvelous and Officer of Sign Games. So that's going to be it for day one. Plenty of action tomorrow, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.